This is what this van is going to look like permanently. I have no idea if this is sanded enough or not. 3-tone. Ba, ba, ba. There is absolutely no turning back now, so if I mess up, I'm screwed. It all changes right here. And there she is. Today is the day this van finally becomes mine. My name is Bronson, and a few weeks ago, I bought this Chevy Express with the dream of turning it into a camper van. And today is going to be the video where I will show the biggest transformation I have ever done in a single video. I'm painting the van. And yes, it's true, I have zero experience when it comes to painting a vehicle. Absolutely none. So I will be sanding, masking, cleaning, prepping, and last of all, painting this van pretty much by myself with zero experience. So basically this is a recipe for disaster. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hopefully it turns out. But I have a goal, and that is to turn this Chevy Express high top into a camper van of my dreams, with the goal of driving it from Canada all the way down to Mexico this winter and upcoming spring. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Today is gonna be crazy. We're painting the van. Let's get started. And with my little experience in painting vehicles, I have decided to go with paint that is rather easy to use, and that is, let's get the exact name here. I guess there's a mark on it, but basically it's vehicle enamel, which is kind of like tractor paint or machine paint. It is not fancy by any means, super easy to use. It doesn't require a lot of prep work or sanding or anything like that. It is probably the easiest thing I could have done, and that's why I chose it. But yet it's still a lot more durable than like vehicle paint is in the first place, especially when you add a lot of the stuff that I'm going to. So the first thing I'm going to add to the paint is going to be this catalyst hardener. So this is like enamel paint, and when you add this to it, it makes it really, really hard. And believe it or not, these are actually pretty expensive. They're like 25, 26 bucks a piece. And you have to add one of these per half gallon or something like that. I can't remember the exact ratio, but we'll get into that later. But once I add that, that paint should be perfect for this van. I'll be using a 3-tone paint. That color is the same, and then this color and this color. We're doing 3-tone, ba, ba, ba. It's gonna be kind of wild. So here is all of my gear over here. I've got sandpaper, Scotch-Brite pads for the areas I can't sand, a sander, cheap sander for the 320 grit sandpaper I have, some drop cloth, tack cloth for cleaning the van once I sand, and then of course the paint, masking material, all that. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, and I'm hoping it's gonna turn out good. Let's get started by sanding. This is probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. I have a beautiful clear coat here, and I'm about to sand it away. There is absolutely no turning back now, so if I mess up, I'm screwed. Like, I'll be screwed. If this paint job looks like crap, I'm screwed. So with that, here we go. Oh my God! Okay, we've sanded about half of this side, not including the high top, and dude, this is actually kind of terrifying and horrible and nightmare fuel. This is like a perfectly good paint job, and it's just going away. And the worst part is I have no idea if this is sanded enough or not. I think this is good, but I'm not sure. So this is kind of a huge test, and I'm hoping it turns out, because if it doesn't, like I said, I'm screwed. But it's looking pretty good. It's just super, super dusty. Probably need this. we got roughly half of the van, or this side of the van, almost done. Just got a little bit right here. Then we'll have of course, this side, and this side, and then the back. But holy moly, guys, I was planning on doing every ounce of this outside. The sanding, the paint job, everything. Tomorrow's December. I think I could have made it work. It's pretty good weather. But winter just hit. Look at that. These flakes are huge. I mean, look at that. Since I started this, when I started sanding it like 2.5 hours ago, there was no snow. Welcome to Utah, man. Okay, back to sanding. Okay, we have got the body palm sanded, or orbital sanded. It is basically all done, and it is dirty, man. Look at that. That is a crazy difference. Look at that van now. That is insane. And now I have 2 steps left. First, I got to sand the entire high top. That is going to be hard because I can't get on top without a ladder, so that's gonna just kind of be a pain in the butt. I won't be able to get up there. And then second of all, I'm gonna need to go around the entire thing, and like these little grooves here, I'm gonna have to go through and get with the Scotch-Brite stuff. So from what I read online, this stuff, it's a I can't remember what the heck it's called, but they're basically sanding pads that are rough, and I can go around in all the spots like here that I wasn't able to get with the palm sander, and here, and maybe some of the interior places right here that might get back spray. But yeah, other than that, probably this whole entire lip. That's a crazy lip right there to have to get. So there's a lot I definitely need to do, and a lot that I've got done. So we're looking pretty good. The one thing I am pretty worried about actually is I'm gonna show you the top of the roof. I'm gonna have to get up there, and this is a fiberglass top, so it's not super sturdy, but I'll show you the top. As you can see, this high top is white. Look at the top. Ugh. It is not so white up here. I don't even know if it's, yeah, that's a pretty thick layer of mold, fungus, moss. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. Okay, up next, high top. Oh, and before I get too much further, I did notice something kind of crazy up here. Let's go. Okay, here goes nothing. Hopefully the roof holds me. Okay. This roof is not super thick, so I'm worried that it's not going to hold me, but if I have to, I can just do everything from the side like this. But if I can get on here, we're going to try it out. Nope, I hear cracking, dude. No. I don't think we're going to do that one. Ready, watch. Can you see that? Nope, not crawling up on there. We're gonna sand from right here on the ladder. Dude, I'm like tall right now. Oh my God. I'm actually curious to see. Oh. Kinda does something. All right, it's kind of hard filming up on top because every time I'd set up the camera would fall down because of the vibration, but the entire top is, in fact, no longer black. It is white. So I got all that sanded off. All of this is sanded around the edges. All that is left is I need to do a hand sand around the entire thing. So basically, sanding is 90% done right now, and it's just the finishing touches with the Scotch-Brite pad right here. Red Scotch-Brite pad. This thing actually works pretty good. There's a, see that section right there? Didn't get to sand that at all. Watch this. Ready? Before, after. Works really good actually. So I'm gonna go around the whole entire vehicle and just do that at a few spots or that need it. And I'll almost be good to go. And then first thing in the morning, I'm gonna take it down to car wash it super good, get everything off, and then I can start masking tomorrow after I make sure all the dust is off. It's pretty crazy. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be able to start painting, unless the masking takes a lot longer than I expect, but yeah, it's moving fast. So it's just these little areas I wanna make sure I get real good, just because the better I sand it, the better it's gonna stick at the end of the day. Like all this whole seal right here, looks like a whole different paint color, man, that's crazy. But I just gotta go through and make sure I sand everything really good. And it'll end up paying off at the end of the day. Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna spend the next like probably 40 minutes doing this, so I'm sure you don't wanna watch that all that bad. I'll show you when it's all done. All right, everybody, day one is complete of painting the van. The entire thing is sanded, 100%. It is ready to go. I just spent the past 8 hours and 23 minutes sanding, so that's quite a bit of work. We can go check it out. There is, every inch of this has been sanded. Any inch of exterior paint or high top, not any black or taillights, of course, but or windows. But everything else has been sanded. So yeah, 8 hours of sanding. Now tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I'm going to go to the car wash it super good, and we'll start masking and get it masked. But right now I am exhausted. I ended up going through 15 sanding pads and 2 Scotch pads, and I want to show you the inside of this thing. It's like halfway full. I don't know if you probably can't see in there. Watch this. Oh my. So much. Ugh. It's disgusting. That is all clear coat and high top. It's fiberglass. Okay. Whew. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up day number 1 of painting the van, and I will see you tomorrow for day number 2. You guys, thank you for watching, and see you in the morning. Okay, everybody, welcome back to day 2, where we are going to be painting and masking the van. First, we gotta drive to the car wash and get this thing all washed off. So as you can see, there's tons of stuff on there. It's time to get to the car wash and wash all of this off. I gotta do a super deep clean to make sure there is no sand, anything left on it. So let's go. As you can see, check engine light's still on. Woohoo! So, I'm getting Dawn dish soap, and hopefully this water is on since it's December today. Oh yeah, baby. That way I can go to the car wash over here, get it all washed up, and then use Dawn to degrease it. So if there's any grease anywhere, the paint won't stick. So this will just allow it, you know, degrease. The paint will stick better. All right, so we're at the car wash, and I have $12 worth of quarters in my pocket, so pretty heavy. But I'm gonna put $3 in to get it started, wash it all down pretty good, and then move forward with the Dawn dish soap like I just showed you, wash it down, and then put more quarters in and then wash it again. So it's gonna be quite a process, but definitely worth getting this thing 100% done. Okay, washed off. You can see the weird like bumps and stuff where I got the clear coat pretty cut off. It's actually kind of hard to see any like sanding lines. But yeah, I definitely sanded it down, so I hope this, oh, you can kind of see them really well here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but definitely sanding marks all over the place. Hopefully it works. I mean, this is supposedly what I'm supposed to do. So, I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and start scrubbing with the Dawn dish soap. Gotta get every last little square inch in case there's any grease, leftover dust, anywhere. So that way the paint will stick good, supposedly. Final wash, I rinsed it down really good. As you can see, I got it all soaked up. We are ready to go as soon as I'm done rinsing. All right, I got the van back here to the garage. First of all, look at that gorgeous view. Snowed last night. Look at the mountains, man. Beautiful. It's all washed up. Now I just got to dry it off and let it sit out here for a little bit, and then we can get to painting. All right, so I'm having the van dry out in the sun. That way, you know, all the moisture evaporates on it, and you know, the paint's not gonna have water underneath. But before we're done, if you come and wipe on the paint, it can still get little gritties on my hand. And so you'd use something called tack cloth, and I'm not really sure what this is, but it's for metal work before you paint. Basically, you just go over it and it gets all the last of the grits off, and yeah, so I'm gonna go through with the tack cloth and go ahead and paint. So this stuff is called tack cloth, and it is true to its name. This is all waxy and like tacky and stuff, so I'm actually curious to do this to see. Ugh, my hands are sticky. It's like waxy and sticky. That's weird. But anyways, I just gotta go over the whole van like this. Make sure I get all the little crevices and everything, and get every last little piece of dirt there is, because if not, things could get bad. Huh. Interesting. Well, I think the tack cloth actually works pretty good. I got quite a bit of debris on here that I mean, I just washed this and there's still stuff on this, but my hand, dude. Sticky. Anyways, time to pull it in there, start masking. We're gonna do the high top first, get that over with, and then we're gonna kind of just work our way down one step at a time, first being the high top. All right, so we got the entire van cleaned off, sanded, tack cloth done, pulled in here, and now it's starting to warm up with the heater we got going on here. So the process now is going to be masking off the van, and I'm gonna start from the top and then work my way down so the paint doesn't end up leaking down later. So I think I'm gonna tape right below this line right here. Right here, I'm gonna tape that way. From here up on the sides is gonna be the yellowy orangey color I'm gonna have. Probably from the windshield line right here, I'm gonna tape, and then from up there will be yellow. And then same thing on this side with that line right here. And then on the back, that's kind of gonna be the easiest part. I've got this nice lip under here. I'm gonna tape off this top black area, and then from there, paint will be up. So it'll be perfect. Hopefully it doesn't leak, but yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of plastic here to keep, you know, stuff separated. So I'll run a tape line along the whole thing and then go back around and tape this onto the tape line. I think That's how it's supposed to do it, at least. But like I said, I've never done this before, so this will be 100% an experiment. Okay, guys, look at this. All taped up, ready to go. The van is never going to look the same again. Like, this is forever changing right here. So, like I said, I got that line done all the way around, and I'm not sure how to mask, honestly, so I did a whole line around the entire van of just tape, and then I did a second line of tape on top of the other tape with the, whatever this is called, plastic. I don't know if that's necessary. I just tried. I don't know. I think I should also probably have thicker tape, but we're going to go with it. Like I said at the beginning of this could be a complete disaster, and this is going to be the moment where I find out if it's a disaster or not, right after I paint this. But yeah, we're going to do the high top, and before long, you're going to see the little color reveal we're going to get. You're going to see the first look at the three-tone color setup I got going on. Paint is right here. This Behr enamel outdoor, indoor, whatever it is, and then to make it good for outdoor, I have got this catalyst hardener, and I actually think per gallon I put 2 of these in, and I think I was talking about it earlier. They're about $2 or $26 a piece, so these are far from cheap, but it's supposed to increases the hardness of the paint, so it should last a lot better outside, and UV resistance, as well as like scratch resistance and drying time, most importantly. So this will cut the drying time down to about half of what it should be. So I can probably put another coat on this about 4 hours after I install the first one. So I'll do a coat and then wait about 4 hours and do another coat. So there's 2 on there, make it a little thicker, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm reading the instructions here, and it's saying to use, well, you can use a brush or roller. And I was going to use a paint sprayer, but since the temperature, it turned to December while I was doing the transmission stuff. The temperature kind of got bad, so now I'm in a garage, and I don't need to be spraying paint on a TV or a boat or anywhere but a van. And yeah, so I'm going to be rolling this entire van, and I think the real test is going to be doing the high top, and if it looks like crap with the roller and the brush, I'm going to be moving on to having to figure out a way to do the spray gun everywhere else. But for now, we are going to go ahead and use paint on the high top. All right, guys, here's all my paint supplies. Hardener, paint tray. Oh, plastic. Cool. Got a nice roller right here, 9-inch roller, a few brushes, and a mixing stick. And here is the paint. There's the real stuff, man. That's the first time I've seen it too, so that's crazy. That is gonna be the top. Mustard, poopy yellow. Woohoo! Okay, so I probably will not use this whole gallon on just the top. So I'm gonna pour probably a quarter of it in here, mix some of this hardener in with it, and then use that paint, wait for it to dry, do the same thing again. That's the process. I'm gonna guess a quarter of the gallon. Yep. Let's go with that. Maybe a little more, just in case. This is a quarter gallon, so I'm going to use about half of this on this. And guess it. Okay. So, that's kind of wild looking. So, now that I have that, I'm going to mix it in, and then it said, this thing says I have to wait for about 20 minutes before I can actually put it on the van, so. Alright, the plan is I'm going to start up here on the top, you know, with my head touching the ceiling of the garage, and paint the entire top, and then go around and do the sides, because I have to lean the ladder up on the side like this when there's paint. So if I had paint on the side, so I'm gonna do up here first. But this is gonna be interesting. Oh boy, you guys ready for this? Oh, I need to get the roller, but we'll do this as a first little test. Ready? The first drop of paint on the van. It all changes right here. Oh shit! All right. That's what it's gonna start out as, guys. Big moment. Okay, let's get this done. All right, guys, you ready for this? What do you think? Good start at least, maybe? Not perfect. I mean, I hand rolled this, so it kind of looks not that even by any means, and it's the first coat. But I mean, what do you think? Not so bad, huh? Looks good. I mean, especially on the camera. I mean, in person, you can definitely see a lot of like areas that aren't, you can still see the white through it or some of the black through it or accent colors, but yeah, dude. That is the first step. There is absolutely no going back from here. Impossible at this point. Booyah! Man, this is I cannot believe I got myself into this. This is crazy. Why would I do this to myself? Essentially, you know? Oh my God. All right, now I just gotta let it dry for a few hours, so I'll be back. Peace. All right, everybody, it is the next day. I've got a haircut and 3 coats of paint on this bad boy, and it looks exactly what I was hoping for. I actually just went ahead and put all the coats of paint on. Didn't video it because it's kind of boring. You couldn't really tell a difference as I was doing it. But bing, it's super smooth. The second coat did wonders. The third coat did wonders. And it is time to start taking the plastic off and getting ready for the third coat, or the second color. Let's get to it, man. I'm not wasting any time here. I got a lot to do. All right, here is the finished version, guys. And I only messed up a few times. I mean, mostly this looks excellent. I definitely got quite an amazing run down this. Didn't quite catch that. But no, this looks really good. Let's see here, what else we got? Everything's looking pretty good. See, that line isn't quite perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Let's see if it ran down this. No, we're looking good there. I like what the front looks like. I'm glad I did that. I got a little bit on the windshield there, which should come off. And then that's probably the worst one. That's a bummer. I'm gonna have to try to get that off somehow. I might be able to, it might be soft enough I can get it off still, but yeah, that is great. Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna get that off and we're gonna go for the next color, guys. We're gonna keep rolling. Let's go. It's getting me excited. All right, so I've got basically everything masked off, and I think I'm gonna do this cool little zigzaggy here. See how that turns out. Maybe it'll look like crap, but I don't know, I wanna try it. So now that I got the top and bottom masked off, I have to do the most painful part of all of this, and I'm gonna start masking off all of the windows, door, handles, everything I don't want colored, and that's gonna take me a little while because that's a pain in the butt. So yeah, this is just gonna take forever. So I'm just gonna skip to it and you'll see it when it's done because it's just gonna take me a long time and I don't feel like trying to take forever. It's been 3.5 hours since I started today, and look how far I am. I finally have got the whole thing masked off. That I'm feeling a little brain dead. That took me forever and it sucked. I did not expect that, man. Oh man. But it's all done. We got all the taillights, every single window done, door handles. I got my nice line right here. You like that? Might turn out good. I might be painting over it. You never know. And then I got a little fancy because, you know, I like things to be unique, right? So look at this. Tell me what you think. Let me know. Let me know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. Okay, so we got a different color here and another color that's going to be down here eventually, right? The whole way. So this is my plan. The bottom color is going to come around. This is taped off because this is going to be the bottom color. Come up around the side on the hood. This whole thing is the bottom color. This will be the middle color that I'm going to be doing next. So that's the bottom one, wraps back down, whoopsh, and then same thing, it bounces up over there. What do you think? Let me know. I'm a little nervous it's not gonna turn out good, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. All right, paint time. Okay, y'all. Ready for this? This is officially the second color going on the van. What do you think? What do you think? First little bit. Oh. What are we thinking? Meh? Eh? Does it work? I guess we'll see. Got to get the whole thing on there and tell. I think with the color scheme I got going, yes, it's going to work. But this color alone, not a fan of it. We need all three. But we got to see once it's all on. So stay tuned for a minute. All right, one more reveal. Look at it. Oh, another big change, guys. Look at that color. What do you think? Huh? Getting the deserty color in here between the top and the middle. Now it's starting to come together. I do like this. I was really worried about this color scheme, but this is come together. Just the difference between before and now is insane. I mean, this is cool. This is coming together, man. All right. Now I'm gonna go wait for a while, and you know, when I finish this color, I'll get back to you and show you the update, because there's not much difference between the second and third coat if I do a third one. So we're gonna go ahead and bust through it all, and then I'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, it is officially the next day. I put 3 total coats of paint on here, and as you can see, it's turning out wonderful. Come check this out. So 3 coats of paint, and it looks perfect. And it's not a smooth texture, it's kind of like rough a little bit, almost like dry skin a little bit. I don't know if you can tell on this camera very well, but it is like the perfect texture I would have wanted. And I've pretty much filled in everything, and there's a little mistakes I have, like you can see like that right there, just hard chunks of paint or something got in there. I like that. I was kind of worried about it at first, but I'm not too worried now. I like the mistakes that it has in here. And it actually, this paint smoothed out really well. For brushing this on, this looks like it's sprayed. Like, this is pretty dang good. And for the most part, it's really even. I can't see anywhere that's not even. I rolled this on. This is pretty cool. So I'm happy so far. There are a few mistakes, but it gives it character, right? I mean, we got, let's see here. There's a pretty good mistake. You can kind of see that. But it adds character. I mean, it shows you I did it, you know, not some shop or came stock. But this is probably the worst mistake, is I did put quite a bit of paint in this to get it all covered up, and after I actually cleared the runoff first, and now look at it. It ran after I left. That is very unfortunate. So I might have to try to get that off, chip it off or something, and then repaint over it real quick. But I'm gonna start taking off this bottom little bit and getting ready for the third color. So we're getting close, guys. We're almost finished here. Alrighty. Unmask that part. I'm gonna leave the top while I do the bottom paint. So I just gotta mask basically this line up, and then, you know, the wheel wells, make sure that's all good. But look at it, guys. What do you think? My line is actually pretty smooth. I mean, there's a little, you can barely even tell. But yeah, look at that. Woohoo! That looks horrible right now, that color scheme, but it's about to get a lot better. But still, coming around, there's very little mistakes. We got a few little things, nothing too big. We'll see how this turns out when I take all that off. Yeah, nothing too major. Most of these lines are super clean. I got like a little bit of drippage down in a lot of the doors. Yeah, like right here. But look at, isn't that gonna be kind of cool? Huh? Yeah, buddy. Okay, let's just keep going, keep on the flow, and start masking the rest of it so I get ready to do the third color. All right, it's all prepped, all ready, good to go. We got it all masked up pretty good. I think this is gonna be pretty smooth on this one actually. It wasn't too bad, it was just hard getting all the crap up here, but it's all masked up, ready to go. And we have got the third and final color ready to go on. And it is called True Copper. So it'll be that on the bottom and then, you know, the rest of what we got going on in the hood. So I'm excited for how this is gonna turn out. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. So let's get this going. Okay, let's do this. Third and, oh shit. Oh shit. Uh-oh. We got a spillage. Uh-oh. Might have made an oopsie. Might have had a little leak here down the whole front, and then I spilled some on the ground, but that's okay. Okay, time lapse, we're doing this. Ready for this? I'm not sure I am. This is the moment, guys. Kind of the moment, but just let me show you. Oh, okay. You ready for this? This is what this van is going to look like permanently. Look at that color scheme, man. I don't know if it's good or bad all the way yet. I definitely have to get these nether coats of paint on the bottom here and then take it all off, but oh, this is the moment. All right, look at this. I think it's gonna turn out great, guys. I am really, really excited to see how all this turns out. And actually the first coat did wonders on this. The other lighter colors didn't quite do as much as this, but this is, oh my God. Look at that, buddy! Let's go! This is insane. I just painted a vehicle this color. What am I doing? This thing's gonna look great in the desert. Oh my God, I cannot wait for this to be in Baja. Look at this thing, dude! Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. This is crazy. I am crazy. Why would I do this? This is insane. I think it's turning out. But either way, this paint is a little more messy than my other stuff is. Definitely the messiest one so far. But I gotta wait like another hour and a half probably, and then I'll come back out and put a second coat on. It's looking good! Woo! Okay, everybody. It is the next day. I have put 3 coats total on, and it's ready. Okay. First of all, check it out. All I have left to do is to unmask. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw you on time lapse one more time, and we're gonna unmask this and have the final ultra review of my paint job on this van. I'm excited. I think it's gonna turn out. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, everybody, here we are. The official color of the new van for the Be Grace YouTube channel. I present to you, ta-da! My paint job. What do you think? Huh? I'm not sure what to think. I know, I like it. This paint turned out really nice, but it's like, whoa. This is a big step, man. This is a big step. Like, Whoa! What do you think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I gotta hear it. I think I definitely need to see this outside though. I like what I did here with the hood. I think that looks nice. I think this definitely gave it some character. I like that. I think the color scheme's working pretty good. I almost wish I would have done the top a little darker, but I need to see it in the sunlight, like I said. So I think we're gonna pull it outside and see this finally. All right, let's take a look at this thing in the sun. Pulled it out here away from the shade, and there she is. It's unique. It's colorful. Is it ugly? Is it nice? Let me know what you guys think. Is this a keeper, this color? Or am I gonna have to paint this again? I think it needs to grow on me for a minute. I definitely like it. It's definitely good looking, but I think I need to grow. It needs to grow on me. I like it. I like it. This is cool. Look at this thing. This is cool. I'm having a hard time processing that this is the same car. I don't know what the heck it is, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This is gonna be one unique van here in a little bit. Huh. I just painted a vehicle. You know, I never thought in my lifetime I would be painting a vehicle, especially these colors, man. I'm a man of many talents. I didn't do extremely perfect. I mean, there's some areas like here I did a bad job masking, you can see that. Or let's see a good example of where it bled. Right here it bled a little bit. Let's put it in the sun. And it's not all quite perfect. But no, I think overall I did pretty good. Definitely a few areas I'll probably have to fix. But yeah, what do you think of that? Oh man, I'm just kind of speechless right now. I don't know what this mood is that I'm in. This is interesting. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this van in the comments. I need some input from an outside source. This is crazy. Holy shit. All right, guys, well, there we have it. A painted camper van in the works. That is the first major step, the biggest change I've ever made on this channel in a single video. The van is painted, and that leaves us to starting on the roof rack, starting on the back box, starting on the interior. Next up, we're doing wheels and tires. So I'm gonna be painting these wheels black and then putting new off-road tires on there. I just ordered them. They're like $1,000. Yeah, so I'm planning on getting tires on this. Unfortunately, my work I did on the transmission did not fix it. Very unfortunate. I did a full rebuild on the valve body, which is, for me, was a hard job to do. I mean, I took a lot of work doing that, and well, this bad boy basically is still having transmission issues. Same thing as before. Fluid gets hot. After driving for a while, I get hard shifts, and then the check engine light comes on for slipping transmission components. So that is very, very unfortunate. So I'm having a shop look at it because I think they're gonna have to drop the tranny and possibly rebuild the whole thing, which is extremely unfortunate sitting at 60,000 miles, but it is what it is. So I'm probably gonna have to fork over $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 for transmission work on this thing after already putting $400 or $500 into it myself. So that's definitely a big setback, but you know, just gotta take it as it comes, and I'm taking it hard, up the butt right now. But other than that, I did sell the Astro van. Finally, I sold it to a guy from Alaska moving to Colorado, which is kind of ironic because I've been working in Alaska, so I feel like that's something that's kind of interesting and I don't know, connects to this channel. And I bought the van in Colorado in the first place. So it was my first real time going to Colorado, and I bought the Astro van in Colorado, and now a dude from Alaska is moving to Colorado and bought the van to live in Colorado with. Kind of crazy. That's just funny how the world works, but yeah, we got the paint job done, guys. All right, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. That was a huge process to paint this van. It took me 5 days. So the day of sanding, 3 days of painting, and then today's the 5th day taking it all off, and here we are, finished finally. But that was a process. I wasn't sure how it would turn out. I was really scared that this was going to fail dramatically, but here we are, man. We have a painted van, the new face of the channel. Huge steps, huge steps. So if you enjoyed this, guys, make sure to leave a comment. I'm still looking for names for this bad boy. I think now is kind of entering the time where he's getting some personality. So names are on the table, and yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully tires up next, and then we'll see what happens after that. But see you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this van completely change and with a complete transformation in like 5 days or a few minutes, however long this video is going to be. But anyways, like, subscribe, please comment. See you later, guys. Thank you.